Games, Brains and Head-Banging Life here with another episode of the festival Flashbacks. No festivals, 2019. 2019, see, I've forgotten the year already. 2020.
Yep.
Fingers crossed for 2021. But to buy this over, as always, we dive into the Stein festivals, pull one out, and discuss it in detail. The bands, where they are, have they grown, what the lineup was like. Yeah. Do we know them? In the case of early Wackens.
Yeah.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Dynamo Open Air 2002.
Dynamo Open Air 2002, taking place on Sunday, July 14th. A one-day spread across 2 stages, main stage and 10th stage. Dynamo has been up and down. It's had years where it didn't run. Started very small and has grown into, I think this is called Dynamo Fest now.
Yeah.
By today. Let me just quickly look. 2020 had things confirmed and that was it. 2019 took place across 2 days. So it's still not that big.
But it's getting
there,
bigger.
basically. Yeah. So, 10th stage first then. We begin with a band called Autumn.
No.
Off to a flyer. Hermano.
No.
Hermano.
No. That's a good name.
Peter Pan Speed Rock.
No.
Zimmer's Hole.
No.
Strapping Young Lads.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously, Devin Townsend's heavier extreme metal band of his work. Not that big of a fan, truth be told.
No, I do. I don't know loads, but I do enjoy what
I do enjoy it too.
Yeah.
I'm not that big of a fan. The reason why I say I'm not big of a fan is because everything else Devin Townsend does is better.
Yeah.
It's simple as that. Whether it be the project or his own stuff, it's Devin Townsend. Give me that. No, actually, you know what? Strapping a Lad is better than Casualties of Cool. There's that. But yeah, Strapping a Lad in the ranking of Devin Townsend stuff comes like 3rd or 4th for me.
Oh, cool.
Fintroll!
Yeah.
Love Fintroll. Great folk metal band. Released an absolute banger this year. I really hope they'll add it to festivals in 2021 that I'm going to be at. One of the most boring bands in the world. Opeth.
I don't know. I don't mind them on record, but I don't know if I could stand.
I don't mind some of it. So, recently, at this time of recording, as part of an upcoming track by track, I did Blackwater Park. And it's a great album. But fucking hell, was I so many times was like, please end. Please end this song. Please end this song. Seen them live. I have seen off the album. Which album was it? I can't remember what it was, but in the mid-noughties, went to an album release show.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
there's a picture floating around of me out there with me with
Oh,
Raquel.
yeah.
Back in the day. And so I was a fan of Opeth. And I think what turned me was when I saw them at Brixton and fell asleep at Brixton. And I'll never forget that. That's crazy.
That says something,
yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah.
So Opeth I find incredibly boring. And then it's Children of Bodom being the headliner. Take them or leave them nowadays. Well, who knows what Bodom's future is?
Yeah.
The Bodom that we know, what we knew, is no longer the Bodom we know. Band members have gone separate ways. Who's got control of the name? I think it's the guitarists. Not Alexei, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't, or something like that. I think they might have already had a different name announced already. You know, I'm going to actually look and quickly check this because I'm pretty sure there might have been a thing.
A different name. Okay.
Yep. Alexei and Freiberg, Leo and Freiberg have carried on as Bodom after midnight.
When they announced for Bloodstock?
No, they played Bloodstock last year.
Ah.
And they were all right at best.
Yeah.
Bodom can be great. I've seen Bodom do a phenomenal show a couple of years back at the Shepherd's Bush Empire, one of my greatest gigs with alongside Brendan, obviously from the site as well. We had a great fucking time at that show. So Bodom can be great, but other times, particularly, I think probably at festivals is where they're lacking the most. Like Fear Factory.
Yeah.
See Fear Factory in the Underworld or something like that, banging.
Festivals just doesn't
Yeah,
carry
doesn't work.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's the 10th stage. Very
short and sweet.
Very, bands never heard of, some of the more obvious ones. Main stage. Dead Soul Tribe.
Nope.
Pain of Salvation.
Nope.
Biohazard.
Yep.
Now, why isn't it hyperlinked? Is that the Biohazard? It must be. It must be.
Yeah. Strapping a Led's not by hyperlink, so maybe it's just the way they've written it.
Yeah, that's true. Biohazard, obviously legendary hardcore band. Never seen them live, but I have seen Billy do his own stuff as Billy Bio, which was great fun.
Good fun. Yeah.
Not such fun though. Is Within Temptation.
No, that's a break time.
Of the top tier of symphonic metal bands, Within Temptation are the ones I find lack the least oomph. I've enjoyed Within Temptation and I've seen them live. We watched them at Bloodstock as one of their headliners, so we've given them an opportunity.
Yeah.
I don't care for them.
No, same.
Dropkick Murphys
Ooh,
would
fun.
love to have this at a festival.
Yeah.
I think this would be so much fucking fun. I don't think I could do it at their own Dropkick Murphy show.
No.
I don't think I could do an hour and a half at a show.
But a
I think
fun
I'd get
festival.
bored. But a 45-minute slot at a festival in the sun and all that, give me this.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Death Angel.
Yeah.
One of the highlights of Bloodstock 2019. Were brilliant. Brilliant.
And one of my last normal gigs was Death Angel.
They're a great band.
Fun.
And headlined by Soulfly with 2002, so peak Soulfly, as it were. That would have been awesome. You know, Soulfly, it's Max Cavalera. Anything Max Cavalera does, I think, is golden. Soulflies can be probably the most hit and miss for me.
Yeah, out of all of them.
Out of all of them, hit and miss. But when it hit, it's fantastic, you know. And what's been born from Soulfly is simply brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, it's simple as that. We were, you know, it's very much a local. Like, you lived here, you went to this because it's one day. I can't see many people coming abroad for this one day in this lineup. Can you?
No, not really. In 2002. Yeah.
Like, if you just think about it, one day with that lineup, unlikely. So I imagine a lot. I mean, it would have been some, but I imagine a lot of it was just people who lived in the area. You know, it's like if Sonosphere came out and was like, yeah, we'll just come back for one day, random in July. You know, it's going to be appealing to us in this country rather than people abroad. You know, that kind of sort of thing. It would be people, of course, but certainly not to the masses if it was a weekend.
Yeah, because that's another draw to certain people, isn't it? To have it. It's a Sunday as well, so it's not even like a Saturday.
Yeah, so it's not even a fucking Saturday. It's a Sunday.
So unless
strange.
Unless it's like a bank holiday over there for them that weekend. See what I mean? So they might have it on a Sunday and then have the Monday as a national holiday. I don't know. It works over there.
Clearly, they were having difficulties. So we'll just do a quicker backstory. So Dynamo 2000 had like the likes of Iron Maiden headlining and Immortal. It was still one day, but it was on the Saturday, right? So it was certainly a lot bigger. Look at the bands like Korn, Slipknot, Suicide Tendencies, Mayhem, Immortal, you know? But 2001 was cancelled because of the threat of foot and mouth disease. So they did 2000, missed 2001, had to come back in 2002. So maybe that's why it was stripped back a bit.
Yeah, funds.
Because then in 2003 it was cancelled with no bands even being announced. Before then they came back in 2004 and so on. And it looked to drop in size again.
Then it was on for 10 years. If you go down, 2005, why is there a big gap?
Yeah, then at 2005 it just stopped dead. And then came back as Dynamo Metal Fest in 2015.
One day.
And as a one-day big thing leading all the way up to 2019 where they went... Yeah, 2019 where they went to 2 days.
And obviously 2020.
And then 2020, so they stopped dead. So not the most consistent of festivals, it seems. Yeah, which may be why it's not one of the more talked about ones.
Maybe, yeah.
But there you go. Were you there? Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl as well as Big Cartel where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?